swings that are just no ball swings. Okay. Technique. There's not as many moving parts. Oh, that was beautiful there. This should always be your choice when you're close to the green. If you've got green to work with, you've got really good bump and run technique. And so you haven't been using your best technique.
No, that's for sure.
I mean, this here is perfect fundamentals of this shot. This looks really good. Technique, you're on your left side, hands forward. That's very good. That's a perfect shot there. You got to own that feeling. Stay on the left side. The ball's just a tool. We're not playing golf, we're working golf. Stay on that left side. Stay on that left side. It's the only thing you're working on right now. Till you own that feeling. Good. There's a good one. Okay, now hit the ball. Doing that a few more times. Rick, we worked on one key thing during our first session on your full swing, and that was hinging your wrist correctly and a little bit more than you were. I'm going to compare your driver swing to Grant Waite, who was a PGA Tour player during the 90s and considered by many as having one of the best swings in golf. He's now one of the top instructors for tour players. On the left is your swing before we made some changes in your wrist hinge. I'm going to take your club back slowly here. To the end point of your backswing. Right there is about as far back as you took it. So you have a nice angle there, but you don't have a lot of shoulder turn. But that's the end of your backswing. Now as we look at Grant and his driver, you can see how he goes much further back with his arms and wrist. So one of the things that I wanted to do is increase this angle so that your arm went back a little bit more and you hinged your wrist a little bit more to give yourself more effortless power. The other thing I noticed on all of your driver swings, and in fact on most of your iron swings as well, on your follow through, as you continued down, you had a tendency to fall back on this back foot. You can see here how, if you watch this foot here, you'll see how you start falling backwards, and it actually comes off the ground as you finish your swing on your back foot. And you did this on several of your swings prior to making the change in your hands. Even though I didn't talk about weight shift, this was present when you had the old wrist hinge. And the pros, of course, when they finish, they will finish on their front foot, and it is their back foot that comes off the ground, not their front foot. Okay, now I'm going to look at compare your swing to when before and after we made the change in your wrist hinge. On the left is before and on the right is after. Starting here in the back, halfway through the backswing, I'm going to take you up to the end of your backswing before we did the wrist hinge, and let's mark that shaft and arm. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. And mark the shaft and arm. Huge difference there. So you made a remarkable adjustment in your position right there. So that's very good. But now I want to show you how that change in your wrist actually affected your follow-through as well. And it wasn't just seen on these swings, just one swing on the left or one swing on the right. The majority of your swings, when you did not have the wrist hinge, you fell backwards. And the majority of your swings that you had with the wrist hinge, you finished more like Grant Waite did on your left side. So you came off your front foot on the left and you came off your back foot on the right. So you had a much better shift to the left side when you incorporated that wrist hinge.